So let's continue with the jump instructions programming. So write the program, means question. Write an ALP. Write an ALP to add a series of 10 8-bit numbers stored in internal RAM locations starting from 30H and store the results such that lower byte is in 40H and higher byte in 41H. So we have 8 numbers in locations 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, up to that. After finding result, you know that sometimes it may go to a 16-bit number, no? Sometimes. Because all numbers are big means it may go to 16-bit numbers. So lower byte should be stored in 40H and higher byte should be stored in 41H. This is my question. Okay. So let's start doing. You will try or I will do? You will try or I will do? Huh? Can you do? Or I have to do? So listen, one logical problem I will tell you. So you are having 10 numbers, let us say 01, 04, 05, 02, 03, 01, 02, 04, 05. You have like this 10 numbers. So you know that first time when you add, you have to add 2 numbers. Thereafter, you are adding one number with the result, one number with the result, one number with the result, one number with the result. Okay? Yes or no? First time only you have to add 2 numbers and all other time it will be adding one number. That will be little confusion for you. Because first time you have to do decrement of 2 because at a time 2 numbers are added from the series. Thereafter with the result only one number is added. So to avoid that, what I will do is, first also I will add one number. For that, what I will do is, I will start with 0. That means with the 0, 0, 0, 1 will be added. Next with that result 0, 4 will be added. That means every time I am adding only one number. Understood or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Hello? Is it clear? So always I have to initialize when you have a series, otherwise no need. First addition will be 2 numbers and thereafter it will be adding one number with the result. So to avoid that, what I will do is I will initially assume the result as 0. So there are 2 results, higher byte and lower byte, both will be assumed as 0. Remember, lower byte always comes into the accumulator after addition. So one result will be in accumulator, another result, let us say it is in R naught. So initially you make both of them to 0. Move A comma hash 0 0 H. This means initially, you can write the comment, initially sum equal to 0 0 in accumulator. Before adding, the sum will be 0, no? Now another byte will be there. So move R naught comma hash 0 0 H. That means initially carry what? When you add numbers, one result is called, lower byte is called sum and higher byte is called carry. So initially carry converted to byte, okay, that you know the method. Carry equal to 0 0. Carry means a lower byte. So after adding a series of 8-bit numbers, your result may be 16-bit. So it will contain a higher byte and lower byte. I am assuming that lower byte to be 0 0 and always placed in A, and higher byte is initially 0 0 always placed in R naught. So both higher byte and lower byte we have assumed initialized them to 0. Now you have 10 numbers, so you have to count it. So move R1 comma hash. How many numbers are there? How many numbers are there? How many numbers are there in the series?
10.
10 numbers. So 10 is equivalent to what? In hex, 10 is equivalent to 0 AH. Understood or not? Yes or no? So this is saying that count is initially 10 numbers. 0 AH means 10. Now I will start adding the numbers. So I did not keep the space here. So I will add the numbers. Add result is in A with the first number. So before that, what you should have done is you have to point array starting from 30. So what I will do is, remember this point very importantly, you have to free this R2 because I cannot use R1 or add R0. See, don't write the program. I will build the program and I will tell you what are the step-by-steps method. So you have to go for the first number. First number is in 30. So don't directly mention 30, then you will be in trouble. So you have to point by some of the register. Internal RAM, either pointing should be R0 or R1. So I have R0 already being used here. R2 also used. So only option is use R1 comma hash 30H. Your number is in 30H, no? This is saying that first number is in 30H. Now take the first number and add with 0. Add, don't write A comma at R1. Add A comma at R1. So your first number, that means at R1 means 30. Content of 30 will be added with A, that means 0 0. So one number is added now. Now based on carry we may have to modify carry. Listen. Sometimes this may generate carry, sometimes it may not generate carry. So what you have to do, if this has not generated carry, what you have assumed carry initially 0 will be good or correct. So you can skip if there is no carry. So JNC loop 1 or loop 1. That means no carry, your assumption is correct. But here means opposite condition. Next step is opposite condition. Opposite condition is there is carry. There is carry means, so carry is R0 is made 0 0. You have to make it 0 1. So INC R0. INC R0 to increase the carry. So whatever may be the case, so if there is no carry, you can skip this step. Increasing is not required. So your one number is over. One number is over. That means go to the next number. Go to the next number. Going next number is INC. INC. Which? INC. Next number is 30. Next number is in 31. So 30 is in R1 means INC R1. So we have gone to the next number. So one number is added. Another number is just kept. Addition is not over. So DJNZ R2 back. This back goes to addition of the next number because you are already ready with the next number. So back should go here. I don't have space here. So you understood, I think. So back should be, left side you should have kept some space. So here is the back. I will write it later, okay? I will give once again back. Here you have to write back. Add, keeps on adding. So after addition, your result will be in A. Once it is over, it comes back. So result is in A. So where you have to store the lower byte? Lower byte where you have to save? 40H. 40H no? Hello? Lower byte where you have to store?
Yeah, 40H.
40H. And next, where you have to store? Higher byte where you have to store?
41H.
But where is now? Where it is now? Higher byte means carry. Where it is now? It is in which register? Carry always. It is in? Tell me.
R0.
Huh?
R0.
R0. R0. Correct no? Yes. It is in R0. From R0 you are supposed to move it to 41H. So can you directly do? Move direct comma register is there or not? Tell me. Move direct comma register is there or not? Yes, it is there now. So move from R0 to 41H. This is how you add a series of 8 numbers. Is it clear? Is it clear? Understood now? Yes or no? Fast, tell me.
Yes, sir.
So once again I will explain. You should understand. You only tell me. First what you have to do? First you have to do what? Step by step you tell me. Any order you can write the first few steps. First you assume that there are 10 numbers. First you have to assume that there are 2 numbers. Sorry, 10 numbers. So move. Don't use R0, R1. That later you can use. Move. Any order I can write, okay? There are 10 numbers. This means what? In R2 there is a count. Count in R2. Initially 10 numbers. To say that it is 10 numbers. Then go to the first number. Go to the first number. Move R0 or R1 I can use to point first number location 30H. Clear? Clear or not? Step by step.
Yes, sir.
So first we are saying that question you are saying. Question. We are programming the question. What was the question? There are 10 numbers in series starting from internal RAM location 30H. So question is what? Question, it is mentioned that there are 10 numbers in internal RAM location starting from 30H. Those 2 steps are written now. Move R2 comma has 0H. We said that there are 10 numbers, but instead of English word I am saying, it is put in R2. Then where the number starts from? 30. So instead of saying starting location is 30, I will put it in R0 and I will call it as at R0. These 2 steps are questions. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
These two steps are questions, because questions they have mentioned there are 10 numbers. So you have to code it. So 10 numbers means 0AH in R2, and we are mentioning that count is in R2. Now next we are saying that our number is in RAM location starting from 30H. It is there in the question. So I am using R0 to point it and call it instead of saying address 30 in content of 30, I will call it as at R0. Those two steps are very clear now. Yes or no? Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now we have to start adding. So I told one problem of addition. What is the problem of addition? First time you have to add all two numbers. Then thereafter with the result 1 1 1 1 you are doing. So to make it uniform, what I am doing is I am not adding first two numbers directly from series. I am assuming that initially there is a number called 0 0. That means sum is 0 0. Then adding first number first. Then next. So every time I will be adding only one number. So I am assuming that sum is or result is initially 0 0 0 0, because when you add many numbers your result may reach 16-bit. So we need two places for storing the result. One for storing lower byte, another for storing higher byte. You know that addition always takes place in accumulator and result is placed in accumulator. Always we keep one result in accumulator. So let us say lower byte will be in accumulator. So initially we are assuming that lower byte in accumulator is 00H. So A will always carry lower byte. So this is starting of number. So I am not writing the comment. You should know, no need, no comment, no need of writing, no. If you want, you write starting of number in array, starting of array or series. This lower byte, we have used accumulator to store the lower byte. Initially it is 0 0. So lower byte, lower byte in A, initially it is 0 0. Okay. Now I want someone to carry higher byte, no? Someone has to carry higher byte, no? So I will use another register to carry the higher, to keep the higher byte. You can use any register, but don't use R2 because already used. No, don't use R0 which is already used. So I will use R1. This says that higher byte always kept in R1, initially 0 0, initially. So initialization done. Is it clear? Up to this much is clear? Up to this much clear or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you can add the number. You know that one number we assume lower byte is to be added. Lower byte is in A. Add A, comma, your first number. First number is in where? 30 location. Instead of saying 30, I kept in R0 and I will call it as at R0. Clear or not? Clear or not? Clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Yes. Now, if the carry is 0, then your assumption was higher byte will not have to be changed, because already we assume that higher byte is 0 0. So if carry is generated, you have to add. If carry is not generated, you don't have to add. So if carry is not generated, you can skip. So JNC. What is JNC means? Jump on no carry. That means carry is 0. Carry is 0 means your assumption was higher byte R1 0 was correct. So you can skip that step and go to some place. That place I will tell you. Same name you have to give. Loop. I give loop name. Okay. Now, The next step is opposite condition. Opposite condition. Here, not loop. Here I have tried opposite condition. Opposite condition is what? There is carry. There is carry means carry is 1. But we assume that carry is a R1 as 0, 0. So you have to increase that to make a carry as 1. So either if carry is not there, we skipped this step. That means without incrementing R1 we reached here. If carry is there means we increased and reached here. So it will be correct here. Then go to the next number. Go to the next number. This INC colon, here it is go to the next number. So going to the next number is how? INC, your array is pointed by R0. 30 is pointed by R0, no? So INC R0. Okay. Now you are ready for the next number, but addition is not done. So only one addition is done. So one addition done means one number gone. So D, J, and Z. You have to decrement that. On count is in which? R2. Back. Back is going and adding the next number. So you have to go to addition step here. So here is back. Colon. So after all numbers are added, your result one is in A and another is in lower byte in A and higher byte in R1. So lower byte in A. After DJ and Z means all numbers are over means it will come out of this loop. Otherwise it keeps on adding. So after addition, your all addition over, your lower byte in A is to be saved to lower byte 40. In the question lower byte I mentioned 40, no?
Yes, sir.
And higher byte in R1 goes to 41H. I hope you understood. Understood or not? Understood or not? Tell me.
Understood, sir.
Very easy, no? But not difficult. So, write the program. This is JNC, okay. Hafiz understood, huh? Hafiz?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
After completing, you have to tell me. After completing, you have to tell me.
Completed, sir.
Completed. All of you completed? All of you completed? All of you? Hafiz?
Yes, sir.
So next question, you only try, take time and do. Write an ALP to find largest of 8 numbers So understood it's an 8-bit number. Write an ALP to find largest of 8 numbers in a series of numbers stored in internal RAM locations or block starting from 30H. Series of numbers stored in internal RAM locations starting from 30H. So your numbers 1 at 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So up to that there are 8 numbers in that block of internal RAM, or a series of numbers are stored in internal RAM block. So you have to find the largest of this and put it somewhere. So continue. A result can come in accumulator, there you can stop if they are not mentioned, and store the result, only one number, store the result in 40H. Store the result in 40H. Store the result in 40H. So here also there is one problem. Listen the algorithm, then you start programming. Not normal method, I am giving you an easy method. So like last time I told, first time you are adding 2 numbers, then onwards you are adding only one number. So to make it common, what I assumed initially the sum is 0, 0, and with that I am adding only one number at a time. So every time one number will be added. So you can avoid that problem, no? Yes or no? Similarly, this problem can also be like this. Why? Because to find the largest of numbers, first you have to compare 2 numbers. Your number is 0, 4 and 0, 6, you have to compare first 2 numbers. Thereafter with the result you are comparing the third number. So here also, first we assume something which will not affect your result. Which number you assume will not affect largest? Take the smallest number. And remember, always mention that or make sure that largest number is in accumulator. Always make sure that largest number is in where? Largest number is in where? Largest number is in where? Largest number is in? Largest number is in accumulator. Always make sure that the largest number is in accumulator. Initially you assume a wrong, initially you assume a number which will not affect your result. That means initially you assume largest number as 0, 0. If I assume largest number as 0, 0, it will not affect any other result, no. But smallest means you should not assume 0, 0, because you have to always use the opposite version. So largest you assume initially 0, 0 will not affect other result. Try to do it. Try to do it. Try to do it. Fast. So I'll give you, see, there is a easy method. Now you will think about a uneasy method. So let us see how much you reach. So I think I have not given that instruction. I have not given that instruction, no. CJNE I have not given that instruction, no. So you may get, there is an instruction called CJNE A comma CJNE A comma, that instruction is there. In that, one instruction is CJNE A comma direct is there. So once whatever you know, according to that you do. Try doing. Anyone finished? Anyone finished? Anyone finished? Finished? Why taking this much time? Very simple, no? You will do one method, then I will make an easy method. That's why I'm telling you. Try doing. Anyone done? Anyone done? Hafiz, completed?
I have done. Yeah,
Huh?
completed, but I am not sure about my program.
Read. Then I will tell you whether it is correct or not. Yes.
Yeah, first I have set the counter.
Have you used the subtraction instruction?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, we don't have to use. Anyway, your method I will take it. Then I will give you an easy method. Yeah, tell me. Yeah,
Move
read.
R2 comma
Move.
R2 comma
Ah,
hash 08H.
that is for keeping the
Counter
count.
is sent.
8 numbers are
Yeah.
there. Okay, fine. Next.
Move R0 comma
Hmm.
hash 30H.
Means saying that your number starts from 30h. Yes, right.
Yeah.
So your question is over now.
Move
Yeah.
move A comma at R0.
Move.
A comma at R0.
That means you are taking first number directly to A. Maybe correct, but that is not an easy method. I told you, no. So you are assuming that A is contains largest number,
No, I am not initialized the value of A.
Whatever it may be.
Move for
What your plan is to make largest number where in A or at R not?
in A.
In A. Okay. Okay. No problem.
Okay.
Okay. But your program may correct. You don't have to always use my method. Okay. Carry on. Tell me.
Then move A comma at R0. First
Okay.
number is
First number
goes
is
to
taken to A.
accumulator.
Okay.
And then increment R0.
Increment
R0.
R not. That means
Second-
to
second-
go to second number.
31 is
So
data.
now I think you will make mistake. Before that you should have done. Now you are taking two numbers, no?
Yes, sir.
So you could have
Yeah, I
done
have not written that
one
instruction.
number you
No.
could have reduced now. DECR2. Within the loop you should not. Once you have to do DEC and another time you do, then it will be problem. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Let me. Okay. Yeah. You continue. I think there are some other logic also. You can do like that also. Okay. No problem. Continue. Yes.
Increment R0.
Increment R not means second number. Okay, fine.
Subtract P A comma R0.
No, before that you should clear carry, no?
Clear
I
carry.
told
sir.
you whenever you do subtraction for the first time, you should do clear carry first.
Yes. Sir.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
Then subtract A comma R0.
Okay.
Jump with no carry.
No
Then
carry
loop on. I have
means
considered.
no. One second. No carry means carry is 0. That means accumulator contains largest number.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, what you will do?
Then jump to loop 1 where I have transferred the accumulator content to direct 40H.
Accumulator content to
40H.
Hey, all numbers over only you are supposed to carry, no? 248, sir.
Yeah, I have not completed.
Then it's wrong. Yes. So, next, who is there? Next person. Anything written? Why I am telling no? You will use different methods. Then I will give you an easy method. That is why I am asking.
I think I should store accumulator content to B register.
Now,
maybe.
Hafiz logic, if you are doing, I will write the program. You should do like this. If you are, don't write, none of you write. I will use different methods. So then I will understand which is better. First, I will do Hafiz method. If you are doing like this, your logic is correct, but you are assuming that initially, accumulator is containing the largest. Assume that accumulator contains largest. So first, I will transfer the question. Move R2 comma hash 8 numbers are in this question. In this question, how many numbers?
8 numbers.
8 numbers. Don't use this method. So I am just giving you different method. Let us compare which is better. Now starts from the first number. If your method move, don't write R0 comma hash where the number starts from 30h. Correct? No? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you don't want to initialize. You are just taking the next number also. You should always, first number is taken to A. That means at R0. That means your first number being taken to A. Now you understood that once again you have to take the second number. No, immediately do DECR2. Because first number taken, no? Once again you are going to the next number, no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is a complication, that's why I am telling you. So INC, then go to the next number. INC R0. Now here don't decrease because it will come in the loop. It will come in the loop. Understood? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Don't decrement now because it will come in the, because the one decrement is always every time, only first time only two decrements, so one should be outside loop and one should be inside loop. That is why I am not writing. So your first number, first number is in A and second number is in at R0, not in R0, at R0. So you have to compare this, no? So what I will do is you have to subtract and check. So clear carry for subtraction. Then you do SUBB A comma at R0. This you have done, no? This only you have done, no?
Yes, sir.
Now SUBB A comma at R0. Now the problem is what, if you do this method, the problem is what? Either accumulator we assume that largest number is in accumulator. Either result may be in accumulator and at R0. So, but result of at R0 will not change. But the content of A is going to change after subtraction, no? After subtraction, the content of A is going to change, no? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But number should not change, no? This is only subtraction done just to check largest number. So what you should have done is, because at R0 largest means no problem, still it will be there in at R0 only. But if it was containing in A, then there is a problem. It would have changed. So before doing subtraction, you should store A value to somewhere because you are going to subtract. So to avoid that, I have an instruction called, without subtraction comparing, there is an instruction called CJNE. This is an instruction actually. So if you do this, then it is easy. There are CJN instruction. What is that instruction? No, I am not taught this actually. But subtraction also will work. But without affecting the result, if you want to do, there is an instruction called CJNE. That I will discuss later. If I will complete that. What is that CJNE instruction? No, CJNE, compare and jump on not equal. We are just checking whether equal or not. Whether they are equal or not equal, will check. Whatever it may be, you don't have to check whether it is equal or not. It will affect the carry flag. So if the carry flag, if carry is there, it's like subtraction. That means A is smaller. A is smaller. If there is no carry, that means that A is larger. Understood? There is an instruction like that. So if I don't use this instruction, then there will be a trouble. That means I will be losing A after subtraction, which I don't want to use. So you should have stored it to some place before that. You should have stored to some place before that. Is it clear? That point is clear?
Yes, sir.
So I should before subtraction. That's why I told don't write because you have to. Anyway, it's good that you know different methods. It's good if you know different methods. So I should do that subtraction. Before that, I should store immediately. Before that, I should store that A to somewhere. Otherwise, I will lose it. Reason for storing, you understood now? Because A is containing largest, after subtraction A is going to change the content. So largest content is going to change. So I will save it for the time being from A. I will save it before subtraction to some place R3. This only temporary, or push pop also you can use. If you want to do, you can use push and pop, that I will discuss later. Now you can do subtraction. Okay. Now after subtraction you have a condition. Anyway, accumulator is containing largest. Subtraction means A minus at R0 it does. A minus at R0 it does. That means if there is no carry, That means that there is no borrow, means that accumulator is containing largest. So you can skip. So J and C loop. So loop. This means no carry means accumulator is already carrying a largest. Accumulator was already carrying largest. Otherwise, this is otherwise. Accumulator is not carrying largest. If accumulator is not carrying largest, at R0 is carrying largest. Move that largest to where? At R0 to A. Understood? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Now this will create another problem. Listen, here it will create another problem because we have already stored no. We have already stored no. Yes or no? Either you should take from
yes,
H
sir.
R0, you should take from R3. Two places you have to take. That is why the problem of this complication. If Hafiz method is used, this is the problem. So, if I try to do at R0, to A. Okay. If accumulator was already carrying largest number, I could have written gone to the next number. Here I lost the number, no. I lost the number. Understood? I lost the number. So you should take it back from R3. Now either this or this, if I don't write an S jump, another loop, it will execute this also. So here you have tried loop 1. Lot of things happened here. Now go to the next number. Correct. So INC R0, that will be an issue because already here it is INC R0. No. So either you can go to, so this INC R0 you should not write. So you go to the next number. Here also different methods, DJ and Z, which we have used R2, back. This back goes to again subtraction with A. You should have saved it. So clear carry. So here it should go. Lot of problems now. Good or bad? This method. This method is good or bad? Lot of complications are there, no? So because subtraction has been done, now I will tell another method. I will tell you another method. So different methods are there. There is nothing, based on the question. If it's not necessary that always accumulator has to carry the largest one. There is no rule as such. Now listen. First only I will start the result. This is one method. First only I will start the result. That is also possible now. That is also possible now. Listen. You have to listen. Where you want to store the largest number? Last. Where you want to store the largest number? Where you want to store the largest number? Tell me.
40H.
40H. Don't write this also. This is also complicated for you. So I assume that first I will translate the question. How many numbers are there? How many numbers are there?
8.
8 numbers. Where the number starts from?
30H.
30H. Now assumption. I will assume largest number is 0, 0. If I assume wrong thing you have to assume, then no problem. If largest number is 0, 0, means other numbers will always be greater than that, no? So you can assume that the largest number is 0, 0 will not affect your result. So always when you have this two number first and then one number, then always you have to go for initialization. Initialization either you do in A or you do in memory location where you have to store. If they don't mention memory location where you have to store, you don't have that option. So I am assuming that your largest number is 0, 0. It will not affect your result, and then you start comparing first number. That means at a time, every time it will be only one number, right? Yes or no? So I will assume either largest number in A or final result place also. Both are okay. Where you want to store the largest number last? Where you want to store the largest number last?
40H.
40H. So I will assume I am storing the largest number in either in A, that one method, or either in final place 40H, but you have to store opposite result, means wrong result. So we assume that always this means largest number in location, RAM location 40H, initially largest number is 0. Clear or not? Why we use 40, you understood? Because your largest number has to go to 40 finally. This is one method. Instead I can put A also, and finally from A you can move it to 40. Here I don't have to do that if I do this. This is one method. Yes or no? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
This is the method. Now, so your first number you have to start 30 and your largest result in 40. Compare, jump on, not equal, A and your first number. So now this A translation has to be done. So to avoid that, listen, the CJNE I did not teach you, that is why you may get confused. What are the possibility of writing CJNE A? Don't write. What is the possibility of writing CJNE R? One is CJNE you can write at Rn, or CJNE A comma hash immediate, CJNE A comma direct. Different possibilities are there. Similarly, other side CJNE Rn comma hash immediate. So if you write left side, if you write CJNE A comma direct possibility is there. Correct. I mean 40H can be considered. So you can compare with 40. Understood? Yes or no? So I don't
Yes.
have option directly write to CJNE comma CJNE A comma at R0 was there, I would have been happy. Don't write, I am explaining the method. So complication, what is the problem if instruction not there, how to change, I am telling you. If I had at R0, I would have been happy with this. CJNE A comma at R0 I would have written. But unfortunately, I don't have such an instruction. Instead, I can write CJNE A comma 40H can be written. But A is a useless thing here. So take it to A. Instead of that R0 number, then compare with 40H. So to do that, what I will do is move from at R0, that means first number, moved it to A. So your first number is in A and largest in 40. First number in A, don't say 0 in 40, largest number in 40. So if you have taken largest number in A, then you should have taken number to 40. But your largest number is in 40, then at R0 has to be taken to A. So your largest number in 40 and first number in A, compare CJNE A comma 40H. This instruction is there. If at R0 was there, you would have not done this step. So CJNE, now what happens? Largest number is compared with the largest number means it is in 40. That 40, this 40, that has been compared with your first number. Remember, CJNE comma loop. Remember the point. This loop is just for breaking whether they are equal or not is not a matter for us. Larger or smaller I want to check. So immediately you break that equal part. Next step itself you write loop. Then check whether which is greater. Listen. I want largest number in 40. Largest number in 40 means largest, it is comparing A and 40. Largest number in 40, it is comparing A and 40. If A is largest number, there won't be carry. If 40 is largest number, if 40 is containing largest number, there will be carry. That means there is a carry, you can skip because largest number is in 40. So JC, not JNC. JC. JC means jump on carry. Jump on carry means carry is 1. Carry is 1 means 40 is containing largest number. 40 is containing largest number is I am happy. I can skip. Move. Means right. Loop 1. So loop 1. Somewhere here. Otherwise, your 40 is not containing largest number. Instead, A is containing largest number. Move it to 40. So either largest number means nothing done. 40 is already containing largest number. Otherwise, A is containing largest number is move it to 40 and go to the next number. How to go to the next number? INC or not. Whether always you have to go to the next number? No. You don't have to go always to the next number. You have to go based on some condition checking whether all numbers are over or not. So DJ and Z R2, back. Back goes to taking the next number. So here, after coming out, you don't have to save the result because 40 is already containing the result every time. Is it clear or not? Clear or not? Clear
Yes, sir.
or not?
Clear.
Okay. What about others?
Clear, sir.
Now one problem is there. What no? Since in the question it is told keep the result in 40h, we could do this. If they ask your result should be in accumulator means you can't do this because your result is in 40, no? That's why you can't do that. Okay. So in that case simply you have to assume 40 and last you have to move 40 to from move A, 40h you have to write. So I don't know which question they will ask. Either they may ask to keep the result in largest number in A or in 40h. So better to make a common format for this. Okay. So only the problem is because of the limitation of writing CJNE instruction, different modes are there. If you write CJNE A, you should write it direct. That is the option, one option. CJNE at RN immediate, so that possibility is ruled out. CJNE A, hash immediate ruled out. CJNE A, direct offset, that is possible here. CJNE RN, hash immediate is the next instruction. So only option is if you are using CJNE, no other option. You have to take the number to 40 or some other memory location and compare. That is the only option. There is no CJNE A, R not also not there. CJNE A, only possibility is an address. So you have to use an address. So let us try that also. You are not written now? You are not written now? Have you written this? Have you written? Have you written this? Written or not
No,
written?
sir.
I
Not
will use
written.
another method. I am going to use another method. This is fine for you. If this is fine, I will stop here. Then there is another method now. What I have to do? This method or another method? see, anyway, I will save this later. If you want, we'll take this. I will use another method now. Okay, okay. So I will use another method using accumulator for carrying largest number. If that is to be done, subtraction also okay. I'm not saying you should write one particular method only. So can you try another method? Carrying largest number in A. Can you try? I will give you time. So anyway, you have to try, no? Can you try? കുറച്ച് സമയം മതിയില്ലേ ആയില്ലേ സംസാരിച്ചിട്ട് Can you try keeping largest number in accumulator? Can you try? Are you doing? You try. Which method is better for you? Try.
Sir, is Cj in A comma B is possible?
Move.
Cj in A comma B is possible?
No, no. CJNE only direct. CJNE only direct. If you are writing B, you should write its address. You can use some memory location. Then do it. That is also possible. Try. Completed? If I want accumulator contain largest number, what you have to do? That's it. Easy, no? Very simple, no? What is the problem? Nobody could do? Nobody could do? Hey, simple, no? Listen. First, how many numbers? How many numbers? How many numbers are there?
8.
8. In R2. Count in R2. Where is the first number? First number starts at First number starts at
30H.
30H. Assume that largest number is in Assume that largest number is in A. Just assumption. And initially assume that largest number is 0, 0. Remember this point. Always largest number you have to keep in A. This one method. Initially 0, 0. Because initially largest number can be treated as 0, 0. It will not affect your result. Fine. Yes or no? Now listen. Very simple it is. I am going to compare. So you think what all the possibilities I can write? CJNE. I am going to compare the largest number. Instead of saying largest number, it is in A. And in 30H. Understood? Understood now? I have to compare number in A, that is the largest number, and the first number. That means instead of 30, I can call at R0, but CJNE option I have to do. So CJNE A comma at R0 is not possible. That is the problem now. CJNE A comma at R1 is not possible. I did not keep space for left side, no? Once again, I have to write back now. Move R2 comma hash 08 H. Move R0 comma hash 30. This is a question. Assume largest number always in A, initially largest number without affecting the result. I am assuming that initial number is 00H. Fine. Now remember, I am going to compare the largest number with the first number. Instead of saying largest number, I can say that it is in A. And instead of saying first number, it is 30, inside 30, or I can say at R0. But I don't have option to write CJNE A comma, CJNE A comma, CJNE A comma, at R0 possibility is not there. That possibility is not there. That is the problem. Understood? That possibility is not there. Now, what is the possibility you think? I can write CJNE A comma direct address is possible. So you can play here many way. I can play. One is move this A to some other place and at R0 to A and then compare. That is one chance. Another chance is that what is the problem? I cannot write at R0. Instead, I can write the address. I cannot write at R0. Instead, I can write the address. Now the possibility looks like this. So whether I can write move direct comma at possibility is there, that you have to see. Move direct comma at possibility is there, you have to see. Is there or not? Move direct comma possibility is there? Tell me. What are the different move syntax? What are the different move syntax? Move direct comma at is there or not? With move direct, what all possibilities? Move direct comma immediate is there. Move direct comma at Rn is there. So I can use an arbitrary memory position. I can write what is the problem? Problem is I cannot write at R0. No? I cannot write at R0. So problem is instead I can write a direct address. Move at R0. Instead of that, you take it to a location which is not affecting any of this. Simply write 50H. So instead of saying at R0, whatever is there in at R0 will go to 50H. Now you can do CJNE A comma 50H. Understood the logic now? Did you understand the logic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Actually, I was wishing to write CJNE compare your largest number. Instead of saying largest number, I assume that largest number is in A. And first number is in at 30. Means at R0. But I don't have this instruction. So what you do? Put one more step. Move. Instead of writing at R0 here, you write at R0 here. And use a memory location. And use that memory location here. Problem solved, no? These two steps how to can make what? CJNE A comma at R0, no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Understood that logic? Once again I explain. I was wishing to use CJNE compare largest number. Largest number is in A. Because we have assumed always largest number is in A. That is being compared, that has to be compared with first number. So instead of saying first number, I have to write at or not. This instruction is not there. If this instruction was there, our problem would have been solved. So what do you do? Our intention is to move from at or not to A. What I can do? Instead of directly moving from at or not to A, first I will move from at or not to some memory location 50H, and from that 50H move it to A. Problem solved now? Solved or not?
Yeah, so
Solved. That problem got solved now. Now your number is in 50H, okay? At or not also it is there, but also in 50H. Now you compare this. So A should always contain largest number. If A is containing largest number, I can skip. I can simply skip. That means A is containing largest number means carry will not be there, because A is the first operator, subtraction it is. So A containing largest number, I can skip. JNC loop 1. Loop 1. I can skip and go to the next. But here means carry is there. Carry is there means A is containing smallest. A is containing smallest. And 50 is containing largest. So you have to transfer from either 50H to A, also at or not to A also okay. But if I write at or not, one space can be saved. So I will write at or not only. But here I could not write at or not, simply I used 50, that's all. Since I could not use at or not here, that's why I only took it to 50 and then used 50. But no other use of 50. Instead of saying 50, it is also there at or not. So I will take from at or not only. Understood or not? Understood or not?
yes, sir.
Then go to the next number, INC. Next number, INC R naught. One number is over now. DJNZ R2 comma back. That back goes to this step. How you know? That from R2, if it is not over, you have to compare your A with at or not. A is already ready. Now at or not you move to 50 and then compare with the. So if you if you use my method, always remember that back goes to the first step after hash operation. This hash no, this hash no, this hash no. So it goes to here. So always back goes to first step without hash. So hash here you can't go, here hash you can't go, here hash you can't go, here no hash. So first step is here, back. If you use my method, otherwise no. So what you have to do? You have to ready for the next number. If it is not over, take that number to 50H, because I cannot directly write at or not. Then compare with A, that means largest number. Keeps on doing, and remember your last A will be containing the largest number. So A has to be saved to your location. Which location? A has to be saved to which location? 40H. That has to get saved last. After everything is over, save that to 40H. I hope you understood. I hope you understood. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's all. Right. This is easy, no? This is easy, or first one is easy? No, first one is easy, but sometimes they will not ask you to write where to save the largest number. Instead, they will tell put, or they won't mention anything. That case, you have to assume that accumulator contains largest number, or they may mention that make the largest number in accumulator means again you have to use one more step. So this is, if accumulator means you don't have to write this step. If accumulator is not, 40H is not mentioned, you can stop here. Otherwise, A contains largest is keeping is better. I hope you understood. I hope you understood. Clear now?
Clear, sir. But in CJNE instruction, you have not mentioned any loop.
Which one?
CJNE
that is
instruction.
good. Here itself, breaking. Last time, sorry. Make this loop 1. I forgot it, okay. Loop 1, here itself. It is done not for just for comparison. So make this loop 2. Understood? CJNE, our intention is not to compare whether equal or not. That is done only to whether it is equal or not equal, whatever it may be, you go to JNC. Understood now? CJNE instruction is what knows? Compare and jump on not equal. That means equal or not equal is not important for us. Largest or smallest we have to find, no? Equal or not equal, not. That means you break there itself. That means loop 1, next step itself loop 1, check for carry or, because carry will give you idea of whether which is bigger one. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please scroll up? Yes, sir.
Can I?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. But can you please scroll up the screen?
You can't
Please
see
just scroll up the screen, sir.
Okay. 1 second. No, this is not clear now. I will write once again. You write step by step. I will not scroll and all. Write step by step. Move R2 comma hash 08H. Clear? Return. After writing you tell. I will tell you one step by step. Return.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. I will not scroll later. So after step by step you write. Next, move R0 comma hash 30H. Return.
Yes.
Question is over
Yes.
now. Move A comma hash 00H. Here you write, okay, margin you write. Largest number in A equal to 0 initially. Fine? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now you have to compare your largest number in A and at R0. Unfortunately, I cannot write CJNE A comma at R0 because largest number is to be compared with first number. Largest number is in A. CJNE A I can write, comma, first number is in at R0. Not R0, at R0. But I cannot unfortunately write CJNE A comma at R0. So I can write only address, any address without affecting this. I will put, what is problem? Not A. At R0 is problem. So from at R0, you put to any memory location, but don't write above 7F because it is not available for us. Then compare with the A with the, instead of saying at R0, call it as 50H. This point is clear now. Actually I have to compare largest. Largest is in A with first number. First number is in at R0. So CJNE A comma at R0 I cannot write. So instead of writing at R0 I have to do some other option. So I remember only address can be written. So one step before that you write at R0 to some address 50H and compare A with 50H loop 1. Is it clear? Clear and written. Point is clear
Yes,
now. Why I am doing this step? Unnecessarily bringing 50. Understood now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Once again, for your understanding, I am telling you, I have to compare A, that means largest number, with first number at R0, but CJNE A comma at R0 is not allowed to be written. Instead, I can write an address instead of at R0. A is not a problem, so don't have to do anything. So instead of at R0, you put it to 50, and instead of writing at R0, you call it as 50H, loop 1. Remember, this is done not for comparing whether equal or not. My point is to check which is largest. or smallest. That will be clear only if you know the carry. Check the carry, not equal or not. So I will simply break this loop 1 in the very next step without any condition. Then you may be asking why then CJN is written, whether equal or not to be checked, why you have written. But if you do that comparison, I have written this, not for any. Compare and jump on not equal, I have written for comparing. Without comparing, I cannot know whether it is carry is there or not. So just for comparing, I have written this instruction, not for checking any or not. So see, for using compare, I have used this instruction, not for not equal or equal. So equal or not equal does not make any difference for us. That's why immediate next step I am cancelling the effect of that not equal instruction, loop 1. Clear now? That point clear now?
Yes, sir.
Next step itself, if I write loop means and it becomes unconditional. That means if not equal also it will go to the next step, equal also it will go to the next step. And because my intention is not to check whether they are equal or not, just to compare. So I don't have any other instruction, only to compare. Only compare instruction is CJNE. So I have to somehow compare, but I don't have to use equal or not equal. So equal and not equal doesn't have any significance. So next step, if I write equal also, next step it will go. Not equal also, next step it will go. Now, if largest number is in A, I am happy. I don't have to do anything because I have to always make sure that largest number in A. So if largest number is in A, I can go to the next step or next number. So largest number in A means after comparison, A largest number means carry will not be there because A is first, 50 is second. That means if A is largest number, carry will not be there. A minus that content. So after that carry is not there means A is largest. So you can skip. So J and C, jump on no carry. That means you can go to the next number, means loop 2. Otherwise problem will be there. What is that problem? A is not containing largest number, but I want A contains largest number, but A is not containing largest number means 50 is containing largest number. So move to A, but we have to make sure that largest number is in A. So you have to move to A, either 50, but 50 simply I used temporarily, no? For this problem I used, no? For making CJNE A, at R0 format not available, that's why I used 50, but that is there in at R0 also. So you don't use 50. 50 means to store one location is extra required, so I will write at R0. But if you write 50 also, program is correct. Understood or not? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then go to whatever may be. So here either A is containing already largest number, no problem. Otherwise, it was 50 containing largest number. So from 50 I moved to A. So 50 was just used for at R0. So at R0 only I will take A. Then go to the next number. Go to the next number means INC R0. Clear now? Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Next, one number is over now and ready for the next number, but next number is not done, only ready. So it's ready for the next number, but next number is not done. So one number can be skipped, DJ and Z, or 2, back. That back, how you know now? If you use my method, I always use the same method. First step after hash, one hash, hash, hash. So here it goes. If you use my method only, you can do this. So back goes to here. Clear? Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Right. Completion. Now if you want the smallest number, what you will do? Instead of smallest number, you have to assume the largest number. A, you have to put FF. Here instead of JNC, you should put JC. That's all. No other difference. Understood now? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
If I want
Yes,
the smallest
clear,
number, what you should do? You have to assume largest number first. Move A, hash, FF you should put. Now always A should contain smallest number. No. So A is already containing smallest number, you can skip. A is containing smallest number means A will have a borrow. So here instead of JNC you should write JC, no other difference. Clear or not?
Yes, clear, sir. Sir, you have not moved the
Oh,
result to.
oh.
Sir, you have not moved the result to
I have not
40H.
written the result. That's in between I am telling about smallest. Now result is in A, where now? Result is in where now? Result largest number is already there in where? A, that you move to where? 40H. This is what you told, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In between I discussed about smallest number also. Clear now? Understood now? Have you completed? Smallest you do it as homework. Difference you understood, only two difference. Here you should write A as smallest number as FF initially, and here if A is already containing smallest means there will be A minus no, there will be a borrow or carry. So you don't have to do anything. If there is a carry instead of JNC, you should write JC. Completed this program? Then we'll stop. We'll do in the next class. Fine? What about others, Vaishnavi and all?
Sir, finished.
Understood the logic?
Yes,
One
sir.
program can be done in 3 or 4 ways. So your own method also okay. So this is the easy way I am feeling. That's why I am giving you last one. Even you can use subtraction also. Nothing harming doing that. But remember, subtraction will remove the result or change the result in A. Whereas CJNE will not change the result. That's why I am preferring CJNE. Okay, we'll stop here. Bye. കൊണ്ടുരൂപ്പാ
അതവിടെ വെച്ചിട്ട് അതുകൊണ്ട് തിരുമ്പെന്നറിയാൻ മറന്നുപോയി ഹോട്ടലിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ട് വെച്ചിട്ട് നാളെ പൈസ രാവിലെ വന്ന് തിന്നാനൊന്നും ഇല്ല രാത്രി
കൊടുക്കണം അതിനെന്തെങ്കിലും
കൊടുത്ത് രാത്രിയൊക്കെ തിന്നാനില്ല ഒരു ഇത് കൊടുക്കണേ ഇത് ചെയ്തൊന്നും ഉണ്ടാക്കിയാ ഒരു ഇത് കൊടുക്കണേ
അപ്പൊ എന്ത് പണിക്ക് വന്നിട്ടാങ്ക്
അതന്നെ വന്നിട്ടില്ല അത് പോയിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ഇത് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് 100 കൊടുത്ത് തിന്നാനില്ല പറയുമ്പോ പെൺകൊല്ലിപ്പെട്ട കൊടുത്തിനല്ല വന്നില്ലാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ 100 കൊടുത്തല്ല 150 കൊടുത്തിട്ട് അന്നെങ്കിലും 50 തന്നെ വിളിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും ഈ മറ്റൊരിക്കലും 100 കൊടുക്കണപ്പോ 120 വരാം